esports rotating towards the bear. Sana makes for the recall, rewarding in the process. This should be another clean fight. Both teams, all members still up. Tried securing the red belt before the fight. That'll definitely help.
They're going in and starting the bear and not even trying to contest the game.
No regard for the Orn's still in the box. Baron below. The help. Easy smite, good clear.
Are they going to make it out from Bear Pin just in time before Orn coming in? All they're going to try and collapse. Hourglass just in time. Olaf is beating on that switch.
Doing everything they can to try and take out Ari. Ari losing away the safety. Glove broken. There's the charge. There's the Olaf with a clean ace. Ace in favor of Cougar Esports. 2 remaining. Hydro and Chibi Yumi. Mid lane, Olaf running through. Doesn't care.
They're going straight for that
Goes
Nexus.
to the end hit. Past the end hit. To the Nexus. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4.
And that is game. 1 win to Riverhawks.
And 1 win to Cougar Esports. We will be right back with you
For the 3rd game. with a third game. 1 win for Cougar.
I will wait for you to be better.
Riverhawks.
Yes.
There's the Mordekaiser ban again. Camille ban again from the side of Cougar Esports. Nobody wants to deal with those champions. Vulcan's ban of Riverhawks. I think they're going to ban Ari.
Yes, they
Roll off. What do you think?
I think Ari. They let Ari in, and they thought that they may have the chance with Ari and Olaf.
I
They
promise.
still have a third ban before Champ Select, but Hydra's hopes is getting up right now. If you can't hear him, he is getting his hopes up, hoping for another Ari. And the team is going crazy here. They let Ari in again.
Soul ban as well. Riverhawks first pick. Let's see if they take out the Ari with their first pick.
That.
Trying to stun on him. Ten seconds. Tristana pick again. They just cannot get away from it. Top gap in the mid, confusing us all with a bot lane ADC champ.
Countering Tristana with an Ari again, and it seemed like it wasn't that bad. Ari was able to counter Tristana very well.
Every charm leading him to certain death.
Yes, and is able to counter rogue with Tristana anytime she left lane. Ari had that advantage, and her ult was able to dash away. So we're seeing which lane is trying to get picked right now. They're talking probably top, jungle, Sejuani, or top.
Away. A good pick to keep away from Riverhawks. I am suffering, truly suffering now, not knowing who to play. I'm willing to wager that they pick up Vi. I'm wrong, it's a movie. Let's go. Sad Mommy finally found his friends.
Amumu can be very, very useful for Riverhawks. Amumu is a good champ in a lot of lanes and has the ability to shut a lot of champions
Take a lot
down.
of champions down, especially with that ultimate, shutting them out. Of course, the Sona pick, they can't get over it. They need the heal, they need the shield, and they need the stun from that ultimate. A stunned, lock, heavy styled team. On the side of Riverhawks, followed up by the Seraphine pickup. Possible 10 seconds to lock it.
I feel that is a good pick. Against a Sona, the Swain has been doing a lot of work. But coming up with that Seraphine, I know personally, check yes Julie, is very, very skillful with Seraphine.
I wager that they ban Darius.
I'm lying to you.
Well, we have ADC and top still up for Riverhawk, and ADC and possibly top as well if Sejuani is jungle for Cougar. So
I wouldn't be surprised after these picks and bans, assuming he makes it through that Riverhawks team.
Tyrant.
And Aurelia, another ban from the second game. They didn't like her the first time. They don't want to deal with it again.
So now that is 3 bans for the top laner with a Mordekaiser, Olaf, and Aurelia. They do not want this top laner to have any advantage like they did the past game.
Horn ban actually not
Life is too short for fear.
by the Alawi ban. Let's see what Cougar Esports picks up as one of their last 2 picks.
That is 4 top bans, giving top and ADC, giving ADC almost free range.
I'd personally like to see a Wukong in this game.
Wukong could be a fun choice.
I know you'd love to see a Woo-Woo.
As a work man, I do. Another Kaisa. Kaisa and Seraphine, they can work together very well, especially with the charm.
Dive heavy in survival. Kaisa, good hyper count, very squishy. We'll have to see how that plays out. They
Yes.
were able to pick her off in the last match with Tristana. A Zeri pick, not what I would have expected. I was anticipating a Jinx or a Caitlyn.
Yes, and yes, Caitlyn and Ashe is still up, and at this very point of moment, they're very high lead champs at this time.
Shen top lane here from Lord Vulcan is what it appears to be. The answer from Kabuki Sports. Still waiting to see that answer. Let's see. Maybe a Shen versus a Garen. If they lock that in, I'd love to see that. Fan of Demacia. Let's see if this Garen can truly give us a spin to win.
So we have Tristana Tristana mid, Amumu jungle, Sona support, Shen top, and Zeri ADC.
That's right. River
For
Sports has a very
Riverhawks.
heavy lockdown and stun team.
Yes, giving Cougar, Garen top, Sejuani jungle, RA mid, Kaisa ADC, and Seraphine support. For what I know personally, Bravo is the mid, the ADC, and the support are all very, very familiar and comfortable with the champ that they have selected. I've seen them play them multiple times in games and have done very, very well.
That's good to know, Lemon. As we prepare for the slowdown, we swap over to the switching map screen. I'm just excited to see Demacia drop a big sword on top of Shen.
All right, we'll be back when the game starts.
Oh, it tabbed.
And we are back.
wait those 3 minutes while we transitioned into the game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So, Lemon, what are your predictions for who do you think will get first? What team do you think will get it, and what champ do you think will get it?
Well, it looks like
30
Chibi
seconds
has
until
been
minions
very
spawn.
aggressive all 3 games. And I feel like playing Garen, despite 4 of his main champs being banned, is not going to mean anything. He's still going to go all in. And we see that, again, each champ is just making sure that all entrants for both lanes have complete vision. Are moving up
Minions
for
have spawned.
no chance of invade. Amumu coming back kind of late to lane, but just in time to still get his.
Those are great answers. I personally think that Cougar Esports will get first blood and that Ari will get it.
Ari has, as with Tristana being played. Oh, and Tristana is pushing in. She's holding the way.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bot lane. Poking back and forth, a little bit of gold. Both sides exchanged there. As you said, Garen's not afraid. Bot lane still exchanging all that damage. Showing the back to the top lane. Garen going in, spin to win, lands the silence. Great space for Shen.
Listen up.
You see, Amumu is trying to come behind this Ari. Hopefully to get. We got double flash.
Double flash, followed by the hit, followed by the Sejuani, followed by the slow. Suffering.
Delicious.
Sejuani secure.
That's
Ari almost getting it as favorable.
yes, Bravo. You did predict that Ari was going to try and get the first blood, but it looks like Sejuani
So close.
so close. But either way, that was amazing play from the jungler. They knew Ari was going to, or they knew Mumu was going to come. Sejuani was meeting them right below. Both Tristana and Amumu used their flash to try and kill Ari. Unsuccessful. So now their flash are down. Looks like Garen is having a little bit of a tough fight this game than they did prior with playing against Ingrid.
It's got to be that kill from the Shen.
Yeah.
A little bit of a fight from the dragon. It's got a grab, but picked up by Sejuani on top, and still exchanging a couple of blows here. Farm looking pretty close to dead even. 5 more to the Zeri. Mid, dead even. Jungle, Sejuani, top.
Need more power.
So now, mana. Not much more they can do currently right now. They're gonna have to play it a little bit more safe, but it's too much focus on what happened. Ping on the Sejuani. Warded.
Dragon is coming up, and it looks like Amumu might be trying to prep it and do it on instant, but he sees that Ari is dewarding on Dragon Side River. Looks like at this very point moment, most of the lanes are just trying to farm, trying to get ahead, not trying to engage on any kind of fight unless necessary. Guaranteed lane, poking, Shen, but knowing that it's not going to be as easy as the last two games.
Attempt from Missouri, not quite a hit.
And it looks like Ari rotated top to go in on that Garen.
Shen misses it, running with the follow. Can't quite do much about it, but they could just be trying to force them off. Eventually pops.
Here it comes.
Looks like fight is
Engage from the bot lane here, just more back and forth poking. Seraphine Center doing roughly about the same amount of damage to each other. A lot of pings out on the dragon, dragging down up. Both teams wanting to be prepping to it. Riverhawk suddenly trick that dragon right away. Not a Splits team, they're gonna have to give that one up. Top lane back and forth. Shen spin to win from Garen. Garen backing off, gets the farm bot lane.
It looks
Now
like-
being collapsed upon with the other four main members.
But Kaisa seeing that thankfully and was able to back off to Undertown. It looks like Tristana's going to push mid.
Garen getting ready to drop that ult. Just needs to drop the Shen a bit lower in total health for max damage for a straight up kill. Can't get Shen to that point just yet. Lemon with the Rift Herald just about ready to come up. What team will take it first? My money on
From the last two games, it looks like the Cougars have been letting them get the dragon and have that advantage, but the Cougars have always tried and went to go get Rift. It seems like that's been their priority, and it's been working in their favor. Rift does apply a lot of pressure. It can take a tower down completely, and it looks like that's exactly what John Palmtree wants. He wants that Rift Herald, and Zeri and Sona knows it, and it looks like they're doing the same thing they did last game, where they're switching lanes to have more people above where Rift is.
So far, it looks like they're spot on with that call as Williams rotates to be around the Herald. More ward wars still going out. Both teams standing out a control ward in that middle river bush. Only two people not involved in the fight, the Shen, but Shen does have ult. Starting it, and it looks like
They're gonna give it. Yeah. Giving it to Zeri, and it looks like that they may be rushing top to drop the Rift up there.
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise. They did it in the second game of this tournament against Olaf.
Yes.
Yui was able to kill it, hold the turret, and then push them off to an additional
Yes, they have 4 people top, not much. Ari flashing in, missing charm.
Into Foxfire. Extended dodge roll. Garen spin to win. There's the Rift Herald slam. The forward one to Ari. The really tanky turret. Quite in the wood. Dead. Garen. They follow with the dash and the jump.
Sejuani is coming up from behind.
Shen with the teleport off the corner, as you said, in. Goes for knock. Lamp is slow. Not quite as stunned. They're still fighting under the turret. A tank from Vulcan. And the turret will survive, but at the cost of Ari.
But with them not getting the tower and Garen able to secure the kill on Amuna, I feel like that was just an even out win at that point.
Yes, and with the even trade and the fan coming top, like we're able to get a free plate off the turret, Max Gold being by themselves in the bottom, dropping it down to 3 plates out of 5, just about.
Exactly. It seems like Riverhawk does not want this Garen, this top laner, to get anywhere fed as they did the past 2 games. Despite their loss in the first game, Aurelia was still able to destroy them, mostly. So this top laner knows what he's doing, and they don't want to give them that at all any kind of advantage.
Bot lane running back and forth before deciding what minion to attack, having a little bit of fun with it. We're getting skirmish exchange in the top lane between the Shen and the Garen. No follow-ups, just saying hi to each other.
Yes, this is not going to be an easy fight, as Garen is not going to be able to riddle Shen's health that easily. As he
Into the fight, looks like Garen landed better at shooting down the 2. A little bit of back and forth in front of the dragon pit. Both teams getting ready to prepare for the dragon. It's more rewarding war. Top lane still going back and forth doing Garen going forward, ready to stop the full and he's not quite able to get it off the shield around Shen, saving him from it. Now back to the bottom. A lot of extremely going on down bottom in the front of it all. About 10, 15 rounds per hit. In 12 minutes in favor of Riverhawk.
Yes. So Riverhawk has contained both dragons and the Rift Herald, dropping it top earlier. It seems like their objective here is just to continue farm and try not to die. So they're giving up the objective, but at the same time, it could work in their favor as they're able to get the farm, get their items quick, and secure the more important objective like Baron and Soul or Elder late game.
Also, 12 minutes in, I want to point out that by the time that Zion and Kai'Sa went back to lane, they were the first one to have completed their mythic item. It looks like they went for the Kraken Slayer to get that extra damage. Back to Zeri throwing some poke. What's going on? Sarah from both teams answering each other with a good bit of poke.
Ahri coming down from behind.
Out in favor of Riverhawks. Ahri coming in from behind. Looks for the charm. Lands the charm. Landfield. Kill Sarah. Garen on top lane. Tristana. And Kai'Sa able to finish off there. Top lane now free and open. We have the rotation of both teams. And Sejuani. Sejuani showing up to try and save the Kurt. And keeps sustained for top lane alive. Rift Herald not even quite ready to respawn just
Turret
yet.
plating will fall soon.
Zykan getting another set of plates and more free farm in the bot lane. Ooh, I stand corrected, not quite able to get that one plate by themselves. A little bit of engage on the mid lane, but not enough for an actual fight. So still top lane holding off Shen.
Waiting for Garen to come back to collect that farm. They don't want Shen to push that tower any more than it has already did.
Mumu going for the blue buffs. Want to go for the recall on the red. Garen finally making it back to the top lane. Turret plates finally falling off of every turret. Mid lane. Hydra back on their way. Tristana 2 minutes out. Back to top. Looks like there's a recall as well for some. Top lane also recalling. Not sure what items getting ready to build. Seraphine pulling the lane, collecting 3 XP. Garen being left to free farm.
And it looks like that Zeri, Sona, and Shen are switching lanes again. They are having this tactic. Have you ever seen this before, where they've switched the lanes this much this early?
In a lot of pro play, I used to see it all the time. At certain minute markers, European teams would swap their 2 bot with their top solo, and both teams would do it. Personally, I never understood why, but I'm not a professional player.
That is true, and it looks like they're doing mostly when the objective of Rift is up. This gives them the bonus of having that extra person in lane. They have a support and they have the ADC, which deals the damage. So
Rift, there's the engage. It's starting to fight. Rift hitting the back of the wall, looking for the Ahri hit, clearing out the the point. Everybody's there except for Chen. Chen still has gold.
Gen ulting now.
Rift, there's the ult.
Not enough.
Shen showing up on Tristana, trying to save Tristana. Tristana having to run away. Still in favor of Cougar Esports since they're being able to tank everything. They're losing one of the quick to pick away. Red team following up with the double kill. Cougar Esports kind of they're able to secure the Rift Herald John Palm Tree, picking it up. Looks like they might take mid.
That,
going off mid.
despite them switching up for the top laner going bot and being able to ult in, it still was not enough. Bot lane was able to rotate up well before any engage and do a lot of damage.
Shelly able to take out that mid turret, so Lou going in for the Q. Shelly going in, almost dropping the first by himself down to 0. Cougar Esports now backing off to safety. Hydro getting a good bit of poke damage into the free top tower. Bot lane still just at a standstill. GBM going for that free ward. Get that gold. Yumi hating the gold. Just goes for a second one immediately. Knows where it is. Can smell it.
Looks like Sona is trying to get any kind of vision with the Moo.
Both teams going back and forth on each other. Both supports land. Viking going in for the kill. Kills Tristana dominating. Lord Vulcan taking everything they can. Rabbit being able to slay Hydra. It's not looking too good for Hydra. Zeri with the double kill. Still with the follow-up. Garen spinning and winning. Drops the Q. They're going for Zeri. Back in for the kill. Double kill for the Garen. Trying to chase down Lord Vulcan right now. There's the long shot hit for Kaisa, but they have to back off. They can't follow it up. Zyka and John Palmtree going to secure the dragon now. This will be their first one of the game. 17, almost 18 minutes in. And that'll be a good dragon secure after a very wonderful team fight from both sides.
Yes. They have now collected Rift and Dragon, giving 2 to Riverhawk and now 1 under Cougar's belt.
Getting very close to the 20-minute mark now. You can see that it's 12-6 in favor of Cougar Esports, with a good 3,000 gold lead also in their favor. John Palmtree securing their red buff. Mid turret still standing in favor of Cougar Esports. Half damage done to tier 2 turret for Riverhawks.
Yes, it looks like Cougar was able to collect at least the first turret for each lane, and Riverhawks was not able to secure one yet. Looks like Baron is going to come up shortly, and it looks like that they're going to try to fight at Baron, or at least secure Baron. The immediate first one. Nope, it looks like they're going back into mid lane. And
looks like it might just be a little bit of prep before a possible skirmish and or team fight in the mid lane. I stand corrected, they're just pushing out the waves. They're looking for a pick.
Garen sitting in enemy red side jungle.
Yumi roaming back bot lane for that split push and the free farm. As you can see, they still have a bounty of 150 gold on both the Garen and the Sejuani, with Zykan on Kaisa. Not the same as last game now. 700 gold bounty, 702.
Because they what I'm noticing a lot is you can only prioritize the jungle one lane at the time. And their main thing was, let's shut this top laner down. As they were focusing the top laner, they were letting Kai'Sa do whatever they wanted. And now she is 7-0. It looks like there's a lot of things happening at mid while Garen is just healing for free.
Shen letting Garen do whatever he wants in the bot lane. Now above the Baron pit, looks like both teams are coming to a head. They know where each other are as they're continuing to have a war over wards and vision.
Looks like they're trying to force this Baron fight. Shen seems to have ults, yes. So it looks like Shen has ult. They're trying to force this Baron fight, knowing that right at this moment it's a 4v4, but Shen can ult in any time and make it a 5v4, giving that Garen a slight disadvantage of not being there.
I believe Chibi-Yumi is waiting for Shen to ult. The Q silence, I believe, cancels Shen's ult. Not
that would be very
100%
interesting.
sure anymore, but if it happens, we'll find out. Baron's still standing. Ward's in the pit. Mumu not having that. Garen free farming in front of this man.
He is trying everything in his power to get this Shen out, or at least too low to be even worth TPing top to Baron. Push it 40.
Bit of pings coming out here. As you can see, both teams are still fighting over that vision above the above and around the Baron pit, using the warding plants. Amumu clearing out those wards, pushing out through the mid lane. Looks like Riverhawks are finally looking to take out the mid lane turret, tier 1. They'll do so. John Palmtree coming in. Is he going to engage? I'm not quite sure. Garen with the fallback. There goes John Palmtree. Takes the ult from the Sona, followed up by the ult from the Seraphine, followed by the stun, followed by the ult from Amumu. Charm still fighting under turret. Kai'Sa going in as hard as they can. Garen with a follow-up onto Tristan. Tristana can't quite get away. Shen also falling. Garen, not caring, is going to tank the turret. Goes for the turret, gets the turret. The rest of the team now falling back to go towards Baron.
Yes, this is both a Baron and a Dragon. They can easily get both with no problem. It looks like they're going to start to get this Baron while Garen starts prepping for the Dragon.
Garen starting with that Dragon should be easily able to clean it up by himself. 3 members of the Cougar Esports team easily clearing up Baron, Sejuani being one of them. Sejuani has Smite, and there's the Smite a little early too, but still no pressure. Rest of the enemy team still just now respawning. Shen now alive. That gives us all 10 players of the game alive. Chibi-Yumi able to clear up this Dragon by themselves. Zeri almost with the secure. They have that ward in that pit that gave him the vision. Sona clearing the ward.
That was a great fight mid. They were able to completely annihilate them, keeping Sona alive. Sona not being able to do anything alone. Able to get not 1 but 2 huge objectives, a Baron and a second Dragon. This puts them closer to the soul. This is a huge, huge advantage. We have 16 kills on top of the 6 of Riverhawk with a 1,000 gold lead, a 10,000 gold lead. It is amazing on how much they have progressed from the first game to the second to
That's
the
right,
third.
and it looks like Camden County is looking to secure that blue buff from the enemy team. They can't quite do it. Mumu with the smite for the secure, now moving on to their Gromp. Might continue back in for a skirmish, possibly a kill. Chibi-Yumi's still not afraid. There's the ult. Just barely a miss from the Sejuani, but it looks like they're going to at least secure the Gromp. Smite early again, still secures it, doesn't care.
Ari applying pressure mid, pushing that wave in. Garen and then rotating top to apply the same pressure as they did mid to push it in. It looks like they're going to have to force the mid to rotate up top.
Cougars getting ready to collapse on the top lane, but the enemy team answering in kind, getting ready to defend it. All they can do now is play safe, defend, and clear the Baron-empowered minion wave from Camden County Cougar Esports. Bot lane still just trucking along. Mid lane being helmed by Kaisa. The ward fight continues in the top lane. Still a skirmish. There's the stun and the charm onto the Shen, but not quite enough to hold him in place, let alone secure the kill. As you can see, both teams really want to ward up this jungle. Neither team being prepared and wanting to be caught out. Ari landing the charm deals a good chunk of damage to the enemy support Sona. Not quite enough for a kill.
But able to tell him whose jungle it is.
Ari going in with the ult, misses the charm, ults back out. Garen spin to win, free farm, Shen recalling.
Doesn't even know.
Garen not caring, knows, goes for it. Forces the recall, cancel, and the back. And I just want to take this chance to point out that Sejuani and Kaisa still the only two champions in the game, no death. 208, 902 respectively.
Looks like all lanes are trying to reset as all three are partially pushed in, mid catching back up to even out, but there's nothing more they could do. I feel that what Riverhawk really messed up going into the third game is playing the same champs. You have Cougars learning how you're playing. You have the game 1 with Tristana and Sona, game 2 with Tristana and Sona again. Both of them also had Ornn. And you're now getting the feel on how these champs play, aggressively, non-aggressive, where the rotating is. So I feel like the constant same pick gave Cougars a huge advantage knowing where to go and what to do this time.
Not just that, I'd also like to point out, letting through the Ari pick, a main champion for Hydro, no kills, only 2 deaths, 13 assists, the most on their team, and almost 100% KP.
Yes. Yes.
Dragon getting ready to come up. Camden County Cougars getting ready to put the finishing touches on warding around the pit, preparing to take the objective or die trying. Zeri going for a bit of poke, sees them, lands it. Not enough to intimidate Cougar Esports. Amumu going for the D wards. Looks like they're going for the hit. The ult from the Sejuani lands the stun, lands the taunt, lands the charm. More slows are coming out. Zyken, legendary, killing the Sona. Tristana following up by killing Zyken. Is going to pick up that 700 gold bounty. Zyken with the double kill over onto Amumu. Still fighting. There's the save for Ari. Ari trying to tank what they can. Shen following up with the kill onto Kestrel. Vulcan living and surviving through it. That 700 gold bounty being dropped to 550.
Garen
going in with the speed of God. Kills Shen. John Palmtree and Check Yes Julie now following up to finish off that dragon, securing their third one in a row, Ocean Drake.
Letting Garen push into mid to get that free tower and possibly first inhib.
Looking for that free inhib, but look at how fast he spins. My man is a Beyblade. Garen backing off a mid, wants to give them a chance, knows they have it in the bag. Rotating now towards the Baron, you can see the pings. There's Baron just now coming back up at the 30-minute mark, 21-8 in favor of the Camden County Cougar Esports team. Zyken picking up the red buff in anticipation of another good team fight around the Baron pit. Looking to do some de-warding, not many to de-ward. Riverhawks not ready and nowhere near them, all having rotated bot lane. Shen just coming up in the mid lane. John Palmtree initiating the fight onto Baron with no answer from Riverhawks, already at half health. Smite is ready. And that'll be an easy secure for the Cougar Esports team for Baron Nashor. Now rotating mid to try and save it. Mid turret finally dropping with Tristana and Namuma having to back.
Now, Bravo, do you think that there's going to be any threat now that Tristana was able to get that 700 bounty from Kaisa?
No, not at all. It looks like she's building the item to take down more tanks, which is obviously in favor of killing out the Garen and the Sejuani who keep tanking everything. But I don't believe it's going to help, and even if it did, I believe it's too late. Kaisa now being 11, 1, and 3. Sejuani still no death, 2-0, 12, 150 gold bounty, 700 now on Garen.